let's talk about love. So I'm going to give you a whole bunch of ideas today on ways you can celebrate with the whole family without breaking your budget. Can you believe it's that time already? Love is in the air, and I do not want it to break your budget. I kind of agree with all those people that say it's like a Hallmark holiday, but listen, everybody loves to feel loved, right? So it's important that we make the people that we care about feel special and let them know how much we love them. But that does not mean we have to spend a ton of money on Valentine's Day. So let's just discuss a couple of ways that we can make everybody in our lives feel special and still be able to pay our bills. These are ideas for the whole family. A lot of these ideas can actually be used for all types of different people in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be just for your significant other. The first idea is breakfast in bed. We absolutely love doing breakfast in bed at our house. It used to be so fun when the kids were little to help them get a breakfast together, bring it up to my husband on his birthday or Valentine's Day, and they would get so excited to give him the breakfast that they made, even if it was just like a bowl of cereal. And it's fun for the kids. So this is one you can get the kids involved. You can help them make a breakfast for your significant other, or you can even bring breakfast in bed to your kiddos. How fun is that? I don't know about you, but I certainly don't let my kids eat really even in their room, let alone in their bed. So that's one of my plans for this year. I thought it would be so cute to bring my kids breakfast in bed and let them sit up, watch a TV show, and sit there and watch it with them. So really you're able to spend a little bit of time with them and give them a fun little surprise on top of it. Another fun idea to celebrate your children is to cut out a whole bunch of construction paper hearts. Make sure you use all different colors and tape one heart onto their bedroom door each morning with something you love about them. I've been doing this for the past couple years, and I started maybe about a week-ish before Valentine's Day, and I pre-cut the hearts, and then each morning I will go ahead and write something I love about them. I love how kind you are. I love how handsome you are. I love how good you are at reading. It can be anything. Just some sort of compliment to lift them up and make them feel good. And the kids really do get excited to come out of their room in the morning and check out their door and see what new heart is on their door. Disclaimer, just be careful what kind of tape you use or what you use to fasten it so it's not going to damage your doors in any way. One other fun idea you can do with or without kids would be to just have a movie night. It's so pricey to go out to the movies these days. I swear you could probably spend almost $100 just to take your family of 4 to the movies. But we love to do movie nights at home. We can be in our pajamas, everybody's cozy, our pups are with us, we can make popcorn, you can even buy a special treat. You could even take your kids to the dollar store and let them pick out movie candy as if you were still going to a movie. And you can have your blankets and your slippers, and you can do this a couple of different ways. You can either watch a movie you already have, you can find something on Netflix or to rent through your cable provider if you have cable, or you can go ahead and grab a Redbox. Either way, it's so much cheaper than going out to the movies, and personally, I enjoy it much more at home. For those of you who love to go out to eat on Valentine's Day, I have a couple of tips to keep your costs down. Try going out a week ahead of time. Maybe celebrate the weekend before Valentine's Day instead of on Valentine's Day. There's no rule that says you have to celebrate on February 14th. And let me tell you, most nice restaurants will serve some type of Valentine's Day amended menu, and really all that means is they've increased their prices. So they can get away with charging you a substantial premium on your meals just because it's Valentine's Day. Pay attention to those menus from now on. Now, this doesn't happen at every restaurant. You know, if you go to Red Robin for dinner, you're probably gonna be fine. But some of the fancier, nicer restaurants that a lot of people choose to go to on Valentine's Day, since it's a special occasion, they will absolutely increase your price. So go ahead and go a couple days before or a week before, or maybe even the week after, depending on your schedule. Have a fancy dinner at home. If you or your significant other is good at cooking, here's the time to splurge. You can go to the store and buy steak and lobster, Prepare it at home and enjoy a nice quiet meal, and I guarantee you you'll still spend substantially less than if you got that same food at a restaurant. Of course there's a little more work involved because you have to cook and you have to clean, but it can also be more intimate and cozy, and again, you can eat in your pajamas. One other option for cooking would be to try a Blue Apron meal. We love Blue Apron, and we don't get them often, but it's a really fun thing to do for a special night. So if you've never tried Blue Apron before, you place an order, you pick a couple meals, they send every single thing you need in the box, and all you have to do is cook it. It's really cool. It has a great big recipe card that you can actually save to make the meal again at a different time. It has all of the foods you need, and all of the ingredients are pre-measured, so you're not having to run to the store to grab extra spices or food you might have forgotten. Anything you need is in that box. Most meals don't take too long to cook, and it's another great way to have a restaurant-like experience at home, but it's a great way to kick it up a notch for a special occasion. And if you're not interested in going out to dinner at all, then maybe just go out for your favorite dessert or your favorite treat. You can even bring the kids, go grab some donuts, or pop into your favorite restaurant just for dessert, or take the kids out for ice cream. Next, let's talk about flowers. Now, come on, ladies. I know you love flowers. I absolutely adore fresh flowers. It's one of my very favorite things. But if my husband comes home with 2 dozen roses from the florist on Valentine's Day, he knows he's sleeping on the couch. Okay, that's a little extreme. Just like the restaurants, the flower shops charge you a ton more money, especially on Valentine's Day. And let me tell you, those roses will die 10 times faster than the cheaper flowers. I am not exaggerating here. We have actually tested this out, and I have found, believe it or not, the cheap bouquets from Aldi, Sam's Club, Trader Joe's, Walmart will last a ton longer. Just make sure they're already in good shape. Obviously, you don't want to purchase a bouquet at any price if they look like they're already dying, but if they look good, then they're fine. They're going to be more appreciated because it really is the thought that counts. I get so happy when my husband comes home with cheap flowers from me because I know I'm going to get to enjoy them even longer, and he didn't break the bank to buy them, so it's a win-win. Now, if your significant other is not a huge fan of fresh flowers, I don't know why, but I guess it's possible, maybe go with a house plant, or even a plant you could plant outside depending on which area of the country you're in. That's not going to fare so well for us in Pennsylvania in February, but if you're in a warmer climate, a plant you can plant outside is the gift that keeps on giving. That'll stick around a lot longer than any flowers from any store. So instead of fresh flowers, opt for a pretty orchid or a nice succulent or something that can stick around all throughout the year. Now let's talk a little bit less traditional. Flowers, candy, dinner, they're all fun ways to celebrate Valentine's Day, but they all still do cost some money. So if you are on a super bare bones budget and you have nothing extra right now to purchase anything for Valentine's Day, then let's scale back even more. Have you ever read the book, The 5 Love Languages? It's such a cool book. I'm actually going to put the link down below for you. He also has a version for children. This book is very eye-opening, and what it talks about is that everybody has a different love language, which means they feel love and they receive love in a different way. And as much as I love gifts and love fresh flowers, my love language is acts of service. In my life, my biggest struggle is always feeling like I never have enough time for what I want to do. So when my husband pitches in around the house or does a DIY project or does something for me that frees up extra time for me, it is the best thing he can do. It is the times that I feel most loved because I know he's doing something to help ease my burden or lessen my stress. Look at your significant other or the people that you care about and figure out what is their love language and decide what you can do for them to show them love in that way. If your significant other's love language is also acts of service, look around. Take a moment to think, what could you do? How could you serve that person in a manner that would make them feel really loved and really special without even having to buy a thing? And that goes for your kids as well. And it could be just as simple as spending some really good quality time with them. Another idea is to check out the discount sites like Groupon. Groupon is a service that will have a whole bunch of different types of activities in your specific area, and they are offered at a discount. Sometimes it's a smaller discount, but sometimes it can be quite substantial. I will actually leave a link for you down below, and check out everything they have to offer in your area. Now, you might want to look into this a couple days ahead of time so you can plan accordingly, but you might be able to find a really great deal and save yourself a ton of money. And the last suggestion I have for you is to make a photo book. Now, back in the day, we used to do scrapbooking, right? But who has time to cut out all these little pictures and bedazzle all your pages? No, nobody's time for that. So, all of the sites like Walmart Photo, Shutterfly, Mixbook, they all have options to make online photo books right now. And let me tell you, they will have some great deals going for Valentine's Day. Now, this is another one. You want to try and check it out a little bit early because they do take some time to make. But they also have different options where they can actually create the book for you. They can get pricey. So definitely look for a coupon, see what's available to you, and giving somebody a book of all of your special memories and photos together is such a great way to show them how much you care about them. And it's also really fun to get it out every so often and look through it together and remember how much you love each other. So those are all my tips for you guys. I hope you find an idea that really appeals to you and helps take that pressure off spending a ton of money on Valentine's Day, because it really is the thought that counts, and you do not need to spend a lot of money to show somebody that you care about them. Thank you so much for watching today. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this, and I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day filled with lots of love. Bye!